that.
The new Assassin's Creed title will feature a tourist mode called Discovery Tour. In it, players can free roam the map without threat, hearing all the dialogue and seeing all the sights without constraint.
Easy mode.
No, because you can't actually progress through any of the story in it. It's literally just to like see all the background shit in the game and what's going on.
Like exploration.
It's like exploring the map.
I don't know, to a certain extent, I think this is kind of cool. I think that it would be a pretty neat tool for like machinima animators and stuff like that to be able to use.
That is cool, but I just wonder, like, with how quickly, again, that Assassin's Creed turns out games, how quality is it going to be? I would love to go back to some of the original Assassin's Creeds and do that.
Well, as I say, it's been a while now, Nick. I mean, with Origins coming out, they're trying to. I think they've realized like what they were doing, that they were basically just a game mill. It's like a puppy mill, except with games. Terrible.
Except they put out that shitty fucking movie as like sort of a bridge. That's why they took that time off from the series.
The movie was so bad.
It was bad. The whole franchise has turned to dog shit. Honestly, it has. I mean,
you think they're gonna be able to turn it around with Origins?
Maybe.
Origins cool.
Origins definitely looked impressive. The thing is that I feel like it doesn't take that much effort to put together a impressive, like, not just demo, but like sort of like, demo experience. So I don't know how much of it was available at E3. What we saw was cool,
or how it's gonna hold up in like a full-length game.
Yeah, I just don't know, because that's really the thing, is that
it's because you don't like Egyptians, isn't it?
No, actually, when it comes to the Egyptian landscape, because I'm usually not a big fan of that, but they did a really good job of making it seem interesting and varied.
Nate's such a racist.
I'm actually looking forward to it, and I think you've expressed similar concerns too, not concerns, but similar thoughts.
Well,
about
I mean, again, it looks like Metal Gear Solid 5, and while Metal Gear Solid 5 was a great game, it was also sort of fundamentally incomplete, and you could feel that towards like the later chapters. So there's a lot of I feel like in these more open world games, and actually I felt like this for the last couple of generations of games, that there's a lot of presentation paid to, like, there's a lot of attention that's paid to the presentation of the first half of the game, because that's what's required to suck people in. And then once you kind of have that, and Chris, this is your favorite term, but once you kind of have that sunk fallacy cost kicking in, that the second
we're gonna talk about card games.
No, the second half of the quality ends up drastically falling off. So yeah, I think that that is a problem that we've seen more than a few times, and that it's just, I don't know, like it's I could see it happening with Assassin's Creed. Like, I feel like that what they've shown is very tight, but can they, sustain that for 20, 30 hours or however long that game is going to be?
That's fair, because a lot of games, well, specifically, I recently played the Shadow of Mordor game, which has some Assassin's, qualities to it, and I found myself after, just like 1 or 2 hours being like, all right, I have to put this down now before I, basically get so burnt out on it that I don't want to come back and finish it, and that can be supplanted, I think, by a good narrative, which I don't know that Assassin's Creed has ever really had a really compelling narrative.
I thought
to
the
pull
first
me in.
3 did, and then fell off.
I mean, Ezio was like an interesting character, and I liked him, but the story itself overall was never like.
I don't know. I thought it was just because a lot of, at the beginning, we didn't know much about the Templar organization and everything was kind of mysteriously hidden, and you had to use your special powers to see it, and then it was creeping, whoa.
Yeah, but after,
really? So at first it was really compelling, and I feel like, and I really liked Ezio's character, and then it just kind of fell off after that.
But after so many Assassin's Creed games, you kind of know that it's going to be more build on that relationship, and there's going to be no payoff.
It's like trying to watch the Da Vinci Code 3 or 4 times in a row. After a while, you're just like, all right, you know what? I get it. Mystery. Intrigue.
I mean, you could also watch a good movie. Do that too.
That's true.
It's just set up without any payoff. That's
the big thing.
Desmond never had a good payoff. You know what I mean? They're so willing to drop narrative threads.
That's why I have not played a single Assassin's Creed since. I have Black Flag, but I haven't been able to pick it up.
That's the one that I stopped on too.
Yeah, because the thing is that, well, I understand a lot of people didn't like Desmond. The thing is that, spoilers, when he dies at the end of the final one of his story, then there's the threads are like with the goddesses, they're like, oh, the evil goddess is getting released, and like the other characters in Desmond's group are like, okay, how are we going to stop her from like destroying everything? And I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And then it dropped, gone.
Yeah,
like nothing.
I felt like that was the end of every game.
And they're not.
So I'm
they're not.
I'm like, yes, now Desmond's gone, but there's so much more story potential here for a bigger, grander, like thing to happen in the universe, and they just completely drop.
See, like, and Synaptic Ninja, I thought we were going to go back and play as Desmond later on. Yeah, first of all,
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nika.
But the thread that they set up, that problem that they set up, might be paid off at a later date, but in all of the subsequent games, there's been nothing that has been leading us toward that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I just... I don't know. I have a lot of problems with the Assassin's Creed series because it's a series that I liked the gameplay of quite considerably, but when it came to the narrative structure, ended up really, really frustrating me.
Yeah, I agree.
Rockstar had been teasing some major news on the front of Red Dead Redemption 2 last week, and they delivered. While we didn't get the release date that many of us were hoping for, we did get a trailer